Welcome to part 6 of Blaster Master. Ice areas suck. And this one is no exception. The problem with the glacier area is not only is there ice physics, but the map. And because of that, this part is going to be slightly longer than the rest. I do want to fit each area into each part, so hopefully it's not over an hour or anything. But last part, in terms of story, Eve found out who she was. She is an android. She was built alongside with the SOPHIA III. But that much has not really been elaborated upon yet, and she still hasn't told Jason this. But later on, we actually do get information that she wasn't supposed to divulge any information because prime directives. Every game needs a prime directive. God damn it, Star Trek. But no, should Eve really tell Jason about this, or should she just keep quiet about this? Because she's not really hurting anybody by not letting anybody know, right? And besides, she's helping Jason out a lot with the diagnostics and the maintenance for the SOPHIA. She's a really good young lady. She's a best girl. She's the best girl. To prevent slipping and sliding, just use the flamethrower. That is your level... I almost said level 8, but it's actually level 7. That is your level 7 gun. And watch out for the spikes on the floor. That will damage you quite a bit. Alright, here's the map. And boy, do I need this map. Back to SOPHIA. What we need to do now is go up. That's the general consensus for this area. Oh, and this part is weirdly satisfying. I just love blasting away at the ice chunks. Call me weird, but blasting ice chunks is fun. I do wish that was cooler outside because holy shit, man, this is one of the hottest summers I've ever experienced in my life. I'm not even joking. But anyway, I just showed you the layout for Area 6. It is pretty spacious if I do say so myself. This is one of the largest areas in the game, right next to Area 9. This stage has really good music though. Almost every ice level has really good music despite the ice levels themselves being kinda crap. Flamethrower, this is the only use I get out of the flamethrower, just melting away ice. Whenever you aim the flamethrower, you kinda slow down a bit while shooting it, so it's not really good for evading. Flamethrower does have this effect where it keeps on damaging enemies even after you stop attacking them. So, that's a plus right there. Burn damage. You do have the hover ability to help you out with these jumps, but you also gotta make sure that you're not destroying the ice blocks in a way where you're just wasting all of your special gauge. I think this is just a restock room, but I went in just in case. Anyway, we got new enemy types, peepers. I'm not kidding, that's really their name, peepers. Oh my god, this car is loud. Man, it doesn't seem to matter what time I record, there's always a loud ass car outside my window. It's nuts. The peepers float around, they do a relatively lazy job of dodging your bullets, and they shoot back at you, so be careful, but also not be careful because they are easy to take down. Good old ammo drop right here. Make sure to pick that up if you're low on bombs. And yeah, I think that's about it for here. Actually, no, there is something else here, and that's just another ammo drop and some health. Is it me, or does that map design look like a giraffe turning its head? That was a weird design choice for a map. But anyway, let me talk about the Blaster Master series and the games I played and the games I haven't played, because there's a lot of games I played, just some games I haven't. Let's start with the original Blaster Master, a game that I just recently beat because Area 3's a bitch, but I had to persevere. It's a good game, very good, very innovative for its time, but, and that's a big but, there's a lot of bullshit difficulty spikes, and it's generally unfair after Area 3 and 4. It becomes a lot more painful. So it's a cautious recommend unless you grew up with that game. And also the life system. That's probably the most unfair part of that game, is the life system. Because if you're a first time player, it's probably going to, well, you're not going to beat the game on your first try, but for a novice player at the very least, it's going to take you at least 2 hours to beat. It's a long NES game. And also just the bullshit difficulty spikes. You're not going to beat that game. I think it would just be better with a password system or a save system. Not a life system. That's stupid. There's a Game Boy game called Blaster Master Jr. that I played for a little bit, realized what was going on, then put the game down. You wanna know why? There are no tank sections in Blaster Master Jr. It's just Jason on foot and what appears to be a Bomberman style of gameplay. But if I wanted to play Bomberman, I play fucking Bomberman, not a Blaster Master game. I want the tank, damn it. But yeah, I just couldn't get into Blaster Master on the Game Boy. The original Game Boy. Then there's Blaster Master 2. Not to be confused with Blaster Master 02. That game was released on the Sega Genesis in 1993 or 4, I believe. It was only released in America, so that should tell you something. It is not a very good game at all. I think this was, I don't know if the American branch of Sunsoft made that game or if it was completely outsourced, but it looks like there was really no effort put into that game at all. Every song in that game, sans Stage 1 and the title theme, just sucks. It is Genesis badness. There's Genesis goodness, then there's just Genesis badness. And Blaster Master 2 was the equivalent of Genesis badness. It was tinny, it was high pitched. The guitar twangs were ear-wrecking. They were ear-wrecking. And everything in that game controlled super wonkily too. It is the first game in the series to include hills and slopes. If you're just slightly off the hill, you'll go tumbling down. It is stupid. It controlled like a bad Sonic the Hedgehog game in a tank. I do not recommend Blaster Master 2 on the Genesis. Again, not to be confused with Blaster Master 02, which I will say something different about because, hey, Blaster Master 02. And then, deep into the 32-bit era, came Blaster Master blasting again. Blaster Master's blasting off again! That was a Pokemon reference, I'm sorry. I never even played that game before. I think my cousin may have had it when she was younger, but she might have sold it, like, just as quickly. I'm not sure if that means anything on the quality of that game, but I just don't know about blasting again, so... yeah, fuck blasting again. There was another game that came out that same year in 2000, which was called Enemy Below on the Game Boy Color. And that game I did play. It's just a better original Blaster Master. The areas in Enemy Below were a bit more streamlined. They still had some weird control issues like in the original, but it's not as bad. And some of the music is just really good. It is a remixed Blaster Master soundtrack for the Game Boy Color, and it's excellent. before I get on with the rest of the series, let me talk about the remote blaster. Remote blaster will shoot these cannon shots that will fall from the sky. You'll see a target reticle over Jason when this happens. You just move out of the way. It will always target Jason. It will never shoot in front of you, and it doesn't think to cover the area in missiles. So what you do to divert this a little bit, you put down the turret. But once you get the machine down to half health, the room will freeze over, making it harder for you to get away from the blasts. But as you can tell, it's not that much harder because I got away from the blast just fine. Jason's got some new shoes on. Actually, no, I got caught up in the explosion right there. What you want to do to get away from the blast is go from left and right. For some reason, the explosion sprites have a hitbox that's wider on the ups and downs as opposed to the left and right, so a little jarring, but it works. But with that boss out of the way, Jason just got his ultimate upgrade, the Remote Blast. Activate Sophia via remote to unleash a super powerful lock-on attack on the enemy. It is super powerful. Super good. Use it. But remember, there's only one in stock. Unless you keep collecting ammo drops, in which case you could just go crazy with it. Let's talk to Eve about this Remote Blast we just got. Spark Tackle? Damn it, Eve! Yeah, she's behind. Hey Eve, I found this new weapon. What does it do? Well, I'm looking at this old weapon. Let's talk about that instead. No! Zero 2 would fix this by having this invisible counter of how many times he can talk to Eve before she falls asleep. And Jason's like, oh, well, shit. I really wanted to talk to her, and now she's sleeping. God damn it. So much personality in these games. But, oh god, what was the subject I was on earlier? I was talking about Blaster Master games? Oh yeah, blasting again. Wait, no. Enemy Blow, Enemy Blow. A good game. Very good game. I like Enemy Blow. Then there's Blaster Master Overdrive on the Nintendo Wii, and I never played that game in my life. I don't know what it's about. Is it a remake? Or another remake? I thought Enemy Below was a remake. And then Zero was a remake. And then Zero 2 is a sequel remake. So many remakes and sequels and alternate universes. This story's confusing. Oh god, this is actually just as bad as Halloween. The Halloween movies. There's like 20,000 continuities. And don't even get me started on Meta Fight, because that's a whole nother different story. But yeah, Blaster Master Overdrive, Ostrich. Never played it before, so I can't comment on its quality. Could be good, could be bad, but I'll never know. And now we've reached present day, and by present day I mean 2017. Blaster Master Zero. I'll get to my thoughts at the end of this playthrough. Is that Fred? Poor guy's pretty injured, but he's still alive. Thank goodness. What's this? Looks like machine parts. What are these doing here? Jason, could I have a look at him? Yep, he's fine. Sophia is equipped with everything we need to treat him. Seriously? That's awesome. I can't believe we finally found him. Ellipses. She's probably thinking, there are still 2 more levels left. What's going on? Hang on a second. Looks like something happened at a facility in there. I guess I'll have to go and check it out. I'll leave Fred's treatment to you. Wait a minute. Fred was a robot the whole time? What a twist. Man, Shyamalan ain't got shit on these writers. I knew there was something up with Fred to begin with. I always known. I didn't think he was a robot, I just thought he was some sort of super ultra dimensional frog creature thing with a tail. But I didn't think he was a robot, so they got me there. But more importantly, Eve seems to have set aside her squeamishness for frogs, as if she's handled Jason, or Jason, no, not like that, handled Fred before. Then again, maybe she did handle Jason in one of the games. You never know. There's off-screen time. Rated E for everyone, and E10. Okay. I keep on getting sidetracked on this Blaster Master spiel. I said I was going to return to my thoughts on Zero at the end of the playthrough, so let me skip ahead to Zero 2. Zero 2 is amazing. I like the spacefaring adventure feeling, the different planets are cool, the weapons are improved, everything's actually challenging but fair and not like either too hard like the original Blaster Master or too easy like Zero. And this is the most important thing from Zero 2. Jason and Eve are freaking incredible. They are just amazing together. I will say that the only thing from Zero 2 that disappointed me was the final area, like the true final area. But it quickly makes up for having the best final boss ever in a video game. Well, or at least one of them. I can't say it's the definitive best video game boss ever. Zero 2 is the definition of, let's just make this anime badass part even more anime and badass. And I'll be getting to that eventually. Well, probably after this game, but I'm not too sure. Actually, no, I kinda do want to get to Zero 2 immediately after this game. So I hope you look forward to that, provided I don't take any more hiatuses, because goddamn, my schedule is busy. So I kinda make a blunder here, and I missed one of the items that I was supposed to get on the way here, but I missed the cave, therefore I had to backtrack. Shit. So I backtracked so I can get this item I missed. This cave right here has a weapon that you need if you want to get the life up for this area. And this is one of those caves that has the usual Mook Rush that I love so much. Hooray! Mook Rush. Gotta love it. That was sarcasm. I think the only Mook Rush that works in this game were the Scuba Steve guys from last part, in the ocean. I like the reflection off the ice. Again, this is another graphical effect that the NES cannot do. I don't even think the Sega Genesis can do shiny surfaces like this either. A shit ton of spikes right here. You can either just walk around them, or use the flamethrower in order to get rid of them. You just keep going up from here, and we should make it to the boss room. Quote unquote, boss room, because it's just regular enemies again. The lair of the Peeper's Den. Oh my god, why does everything in this game gotta sound so dirty? Here are the Peepers. They don't really do much. They shoot and they float around. I just blast them to bits with wave because it's the wave shot and it's freaking overpowered, and it's also their weakness. Alright, here's the weapon I should have got earlier. The cannon shot. Fires a shell that makes a large explosion on impact. But be careful though, because you'll get caught in the explosion too. And the cannon shot has a recoil feature, so you'll get knocked back each time you'll shoot it. It's an okay weapon. I don't particularly like the getting caught in the explosion thing, but for clearing out a whole bunch of stuff, it's pretty useful. Now I just gotta get back on the beating path and get the life up that I missed earlier. Oh, the knockback is even worse on ice. Ugh. We won't have to deal with this ice level for too much longer. Okay, let's just go up from here and get on the right track, shall we? Alright, so there will be a wall on the right side of the screen, which is not a wall, but a secret passageway. You saw me go through it earlier, but I didn't have the cannon shot to blow out the ice chunks on the floor, so I couldn't go through it at the moment, but now I can. Now here's the thing that I didn't notice until recently. You can spark tackle through the rock things, like those spiky star looking rocks. You can actually spark tackle through that. Oh, here's the secret passageway that I didn't have the cannon shot for. You can spark tackle through the rocks and you'll come out unscathed. Alright, now we're talking. We just got the life up and everything in this area. Now let's try to take out the final boss of this area. The boss in this next room is pretty cool. They even tried to make the pun there. Damn it! But yeah, the boss is pretty interesting, and also pretty interesting turn of events in the story after this boss. Let's go up. There will be a slight platforming section, and then there will be a door on the left. Right there. Oh, and the floating ice mines are back, and they're just as annoying as they were before. There she is! This cave will give us another ability which will help Sophia climb on walls and ceilings. We got more ice and spikes and turrets and everything I love about ice levels. But this place is not too bad. Oh, the Vios face makes a return. There are different variants to the Vios. You got the bronze one, which is the weakest, the silver one, which is standard, and then the gold ones, who are the toughest ones. Yeah, the gold Vios take a lot of hits, even with the wave. Enjoy the flamethrower, Vios! Oh, it went out. Well, crap. The Vios enemies aren't really faced to flamethrower attacks, I forgot about that. Here we go, we're getting close to the final boss of this area. This is supposed to be the control facility for the glacier area, but it looks like there's nothing here. Watch out, Jason, I'm detecting a mutant in that room. Crap, I think this whole room is a mutant. Looks like there's a lot of them, but they aren't gonna stop me. Ancient Freeze will start off the boss fight by freezing the entire room. And here I'm going to show off the remote blast because it's pretty insane. This weapon is very powerful. Oh hell yeah! Did not get the most out of that remote blast though, but 1/4 of a health bar is still pretty good. But once the floor is frosted over, 4 buzzsaws will come flying across the room and bounce off each other. And the red machines will also shoot out lasers if you step into the infrared lines. But this boss fight is pretty chill. Get it? Chill? You know what? I'm exiting stage left. I'm out. You can try to melt the ice, but Ancient Freeze will freeze the arena again, so don't even bother. You have to destroy every piece of the boss too. For some reason I thought you only had to destroy the red parts, but no, it's every module. It's kind of weird how they color-coded it like that. I bet Jason's going to hate the cold weather after this. I mean, didn't he survive an ice age? Actually no, this took place 100 years after an ice age, so maybe he didn't live in the ice age per se. But he's still gonna hate cold weather. I myself personally love colder weather, so I can't wait for it to be fall again. God damn, I didn't know this boss took this long. Probably because I'm getting hit constantly. Or maybe because I just wasted a remote blast, I don't know. Alright, we just got our new ability, the wall climb. Good job, Jason. Are you alright? You're not injured, are you? Nope, no injuries. All good here. Oh, thank goodness. I have something I want to talk to you about when you get back. Got it. I'm heading back now. Thanks, I'll be waiting for you. So you had something you wanted to talk to me about? Before I do that, Fred, go over and sit with Jason. Ribbit, ribbit. Fred was sitting in the palm of her hand. Oh, he was not that small. And he seemed to understand our language because he hopped over to me and sat by my feet. All his injuries look like they have been healed thanks to Eve's medical treatment. Our drone here, also known as Fred, had but one purpose when it came to this planet. To blend in naturally with the creatures that lived on this planet and search for the whereabouts of mutants. Eve? What are you saying? Then the mutants began to consume all the planet's natural resources and life forms, and the world fell into a state of ruin. The mutants once invaded my home planet too. Thanks to the help of some extraordinary people, we were able to hold on to our home, but the destruction was too massive. That's when we developed something that could oppose the mutants, that were scattered throughout space and rescue people on other planets at the same time. That will be none other than SOPHIA III here. There was also a project that set out to create a support bot that can perform maintenance and adjustments on SOPHIA. As for that support bot, well, that's actually an android. Model number NORA 2057, codename Eve. In other words, that's me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. What are you? Are you saying that you got your memory back? Yeah. Sorry that I didn't say anything about it until now. No worries, Eve. But is everything that you just said really true? Yeah, honestly, I am not supposed to be telling you this. Excessive interaction with a planet's native life forms is forbidden. Every game needs a goddamn Prime Directive. But since you saved me, I'm going to have to say fuck the Prime Directive. No, I'm kidding. I felt that you had the right to know. No, that's not it. I really just wanted to tell you everything. Eve, thank you for fighting alongside me all this time, Jason. This is where we part ways. I have to continue this on my own. What do you mean? It's exactly as I said. You found Fred, so that means you've accomplished what you came here for. That's why there's no need for you to keep putting yourself in danger fighting against these mutants. Leave the rest of this to me. I want you to return to the surface. No way. But Jason, why? There's still a lot I don't get, but if these mutants are aiming to destroy the Earth, then I can't just walk away now. You don't have to worry, I will... Can one really do this all alone? Where's the guarantee in that? If you fail, do you have some other way to stop the mutants? Well, Even if you don't think you're gonna fail, you should always eliminate any risk you can, right? You know what needs to be done in order to make that happen. Eve, I want to be there for you. Just like you were there for me. It's my turn to support you, Eve. I held out my hand towards her. Jason, will you give me your support? Eve's hand joined together with mine. I held it as tightly as I could. Yeah, leave it to me. Jason, if you're supporting me, why are you still driving the tank? Oh, f***! And that's what I love about these characters. They're just really good for each other. They're a wholesome couple. And yes, they are a couple. If you look at some of the Blaster Master Zero artwork, you can tell that these guys are like future husband-wife material right there. And I think they are married in some continuities, I just don't know though. I checked over the intel we got from Fred and I managed to find the location where all of these mutants are originating from. It's a place even deeper into the Earth. How are we gonna get there? Looks like there's an old transport tunnel in the industrial area that they used for mining purposes a long time ago. Right on. Thanks for looking into this. Now that we have the wall ability, there could definitely be an area that we previously couldn't get to without it. So, the industrial area. Looks like we're gonna have to backtrack some more, all the way to Area 3. It's gonna be a long journey. And also, Eve has another conversation. This one's pretty interesting though. Jason's just enamored that she's a robot, or cyborg, or android. No, she's a cyborg. I think she's a cyborg because android? I don't get android out of her. Here's me using the wall ability as they called it in game. You just get up to the wall or ledge, you press and hold R2, and then just roll off the ledge in order to get to cling onto the wall rather. This wall mode is more streamlined than the original. I fast forward here because I'm backtracking 6 levels. But the wall mode in the original game works as 2 power-ups. You got the wall mode proper, which helps you cling onto walls, and then you got the ceiling form of that wall mode, which clings onto ceilings, obviously, and you have to collect both of them. However, the controls are a bit simpler in that you can just roll off the ledge and you just automatically cling onto the wall. So she's really an android. Huh. There's no way we ever be able to make an android like her with the technical capabilities we have on Earth right now. An AI that has not just emotion, but the ability to think and act on its own is still just a dream. It makes me wonder just how technologically advanced Eve's home is. I can only imagine at this point though. If you're gonna stare like that, I'm gonna wonder just what in the world you're thinking about. Something dirty. Just look at his face. Look at his face! Sorry about that. Man, I really can't see you as anything but a normal human. Uh-huh. Are you saying that you like chicks who are robot-like? Nope. I think the way you are now is good. I see. Well, that's good. I think that's good. Well, Eve, you're experiencing what is love syndrome. Jason wants to be your Biff. Biff, that is, not bitch. Unless he's into that sort of thing. In which case, I don't really care who's the sub or dom, because, quite frankly, that would be kinda creepy. And to answer your other question, of course Jason's pansexual to robot-like girls. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? You're gorgeous. And it also depends on what type of android you are. Are you like a tried and true android, or are you just a cyborg? Do you actually have, ovaries? You see, these are the hard-hitting questions only I can ask because I'm just weird like that. I don't mean to judge or anything, but just as long as Jason's making you happy, I'm happy. Man, I don't know where this is going. Actually, no, I do know where this is going. Area 7. And Area 7 is... well, we'll see Area 7 next part. It's pretty interesting. Remember this part from earlier? Now that we have the wall ability, we can cling onto this conveyor belt right here. Man, who the hell would put a freaking conveyor belt on a sidewall? Let me find out who it was so I can fire them. Looks like this data matches the information we have in Sophia's database. Jason, I just got confirmation. The one who is commanding all these mutants, the Mutant Lord, is in the area after this one. Got it. Thanks. Now we just have to find a way to get out of this area, but... yeah, there's probably a lot of mutants here. To make matters worse, it looks like the mutants who left the glacier area made their way over to this one. No way. Do you think they anticipate that we were coming here? I want to say no way, but with the Mutant Lord being an intelligent creature, you never know. Wow, if that's the case, I doubt they were just going to let us stroll on through. Alright. Let us try to find the path of least resistance here. Alright, that's going to be the end of Part 6 of Blaster Master Zero. Tune in on Tuesday, where everything becomes a stealth game all of a sudden. Well, not really, but kind of.